Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another episode of Not So Daily Dosage. That's right. Today, whatever I'm reading, in my opinion, is quite credible, quite accurate, and at the time of me saying it, is pretty damn spot on. And also, I see some of the comments, I see some of the complaints, the queries, the headphones, these are real. The mic and the lighting, I've seen it all. Yes, I will be getting my old mic with the dressing gown cover. Yes, the furry thing that I used to hold in the old videos. Yes, that is being shipped to me. And also the light, the ring light. I see it is distracting you in my glasses. The reflection is causing problems and headaches. Okay, I've noted that. And we are also getting a new light that is just not any of that I've mentioned. So rest easy, rest assured, hold tight and hold that because it's coming soon. Do you know what I'm saying? But let's get back into the news now. Lukaku, main character syndrome. Every day this brother wants to talk. Well, he hasn't said anything, but the reports have from the Telegraph. And I have to tell you something. I believe them to be true. Let's get into it. So, Lukaku apparently would like to leave, wants to leave. And I put the perfect analogy out there in my opinion that this is like chatting up a girl at a bar. You don't really want to take that head on. You don't want to face that head on. You don't want to be rejected. You don't want to be embarrassed. So what do? Well, you give a couple signs. You know, you check in the rear view mirror of the car and you take a look. And if you get a look back, then you proceed. Maybe you have a little chit chat. You know, say a couple lines, see if they're regurgitated back to you in the same kind of style. You don't want to just throw everything out there. This is not Rudiger against Brentford where you just shoot your shot and just another 30-yarder for the 100th time and this one suddenly goes in. Some brothers like to revolve in a door like that and just keep going round and round until eventually they find their exit. But a lot of people like to just, you know, open and close and just be very basic and very calculated with what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't get dizzy. Now, Lukaku has definitely been doing the open and close door. He has been opening the Inter Milan door, closing the Inter Milan door when his, ex goes through some financial troubles and can't afford to give him 3 meals a day anymore, or feed him and clothe him. And he, instead of holding tight and sticking with the grind and the hustle, he decided to bounce to a next chick who was making 6 figures. Unfortunately, that chick is Chelsea. We have been making 6 figures. We are paying this man dollars. But unfortunately, the love is not there. He's texting others, you know what I'm saying? He's going out late nights. Only loyal a couple times this season, it would seem, with them goals that have been going in the back of the net. People saying he's back. Lukaku is back. Well, he's not back, unless you're seeing the back of him. Because he, like I said, probably, and I believe it to be true, would like to go to Inter Milan. And you don't want to make that clear unless, like I said, it's precipitated with Inter Milan. And obviously, this comes directly after the lawyer had his information and contacts and had his chats with the Inter Milan hierarchy. And he obviously got the approval that Inter Milan have strong interest. Now, many of the stickling points, but one of the big issues with this deal is that obviously Inter Milan need to get rid of probably Sanchez and Vidal reportedly to clear up some of the space in terms of finances to bring in a striker like Lukaku again or Dybala. Not only that, but like I said, Chelsea, they want the deal to work for them. So reportedly a 20 million initial loan fee needs to be paid. And that makes perfect sense. At a bare minimum, Chelsea will want to take 20 million out of this guy to bring that from a 97.5 million. Damn, we spent a lot of money on this guy. 3-course meals, took him out everywhere, got him Gucci. Wow. 1 year. Relationship only lasts 1 year. Crazy. Anyway, so Chelsea they've definitely been swindled here, but they're looking for their money back, or at least in installments like Pepe. They're looking for stages, installments. They're looking for some of this back. They're not going to get it all back. I think the most we're going to get at Inter Milan for this player is probably 60 million overall, but would it not be nice to get 20 million initially and 40 million in the option or obligation would be great to buy. Now, like I said, that's why I feel like this deal is so far away, because there's so much negotiating to be done. However, it's the off season. Lukaku wants the move. It's being reported. I do believe that to be true. And no better time to flirt than when, the other half is gone on holiday. Chelsea are out right now, off season. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't come back for pre-season until, a few weeks time, months time. Now Lukaku is proceeding to make his move, and his lawyer has made his move. So, like I said, he's trying to run back. It is what it is. Rip off the ring, you know what I'm saying? Unfinished business, my asshole, and we move. I am disappointed. My prediction at the start of the season, the Big Six, was that he was going to get Golden Boot and that we were going to win the league. Boy, was I wrong. I've never done a 180 on a player like this. I am hurt to my core. I have been struck by this. You know this, guys. I am bleeding. Do you know what I'm saying? My arteries are combusting. I am not happy with the way this has all gone down. It can definitely go down as one of our biggest L's in the transfer window of all time if he does end up going and we end up not only losing a hell of a lot of money, but a lot of pride in the pride of London has been lost over this one. We look awful right now with this guy. He has run amok and run an absolute muck on us. I'm not gonna lie. We look hella foolish. All the prop, everything. But it is what it is. We take the L's and we keep it moving. So yeah, this player for me, like I said, for the environment, you know, not even just a global warming thing. I'm just talking about for the environment at Cobham. We just gotta get it moving. Get it moving. Do you know what I'm saying? No carbon emissions for 2050. And for me, part of that is Lukaku exiting the club, and we got to keep it stepping. Do you know what I mean? One thing that Chelsea always do is when they've taken an L, they make it a bigger L by not taking the L in the first place. Say you get cheated on now. Say you get absolutely roughed up in the club, you know, boxed up, couple punches, black eye. Take your L and go home. Don't keep fighting. Don't keep the relationship going. Now you got cheated on 3, 4, 5 times. Now you got 2 black eyes. Now you can't walk. Now you hospitalized. I don't think that was how you say that word, but you get what I'm saying. Just take your L. Do you know what I mean? Just take it. Everybody takes L's, people. Chelsea need to humble themselves here and take the L. I'm not saying take a massive loss. I expect negotiations to go on for quite some time and for them to hustle and haggle for their P's. However, last thing you want to see now is a second season from Lukaku, and if he does not do the business, the unfinished business that we were promised he would conduct, now we really ain't getting any money and we in an even worse negotiating position because he's a year older and he's had a second season of a stinker. So like I said, for me personally, you would just cut your losses. And I know a lot of people say, oh, where will the goals come from in the team? Listen, when he was actually out with COVID and he also missed another period of the season and Havertz was up top, not saying Havertz is perfect. We spoke about this with Nini yesterday. He's got a lot of improvement to do. We were actually scoring about 2, 3, 4 goals each game when he was out in the earlier part of the season where Havertz was starting up front. I'm not saying that, you know, you don't need a player that can score 20 goals a season. I'm just saying it ain't working for Man United. Ronaldo and Bruno are scoring hella goals the last 2 seasons and they're still shit. So it's not just about goals, it's also about how you get them and what does it take away from the team also. And as you know, I do believe a lot of our chance creation, yes, we're not as good at creating chances as we should be, but our chance creation was a bit better last season, and I do believe that's because we were more effective in our counter press and we were also winning the ball high up the pitch and therefore creating more. And just players that can actually drop off and create that play up front help you create more. You know, you don't have to be up there by yourself just waiting. This is not sitting at the table waiting for, you know, your meal. You can go up and go and cook too. You can go and chef it up if you wish. Go and throw a few, you know, little bit of basil. Go ahead. You know, no one's stopping you, big man. You know what I mean? You don't have to wait for us to serve everything on a platter to you on a plate. Get up. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. So if this does happen, I will be relieved. I will be happy. Like I said, a 180 I'm doing, but it's the best twist of my life because I'm just sick of this right now. So yeah, we will see how this happens and we will see whether or not we are able to block the WhatsApp number and move on peacefully into the distance and detoxify or take out the toxins out of our body and move on with this situation. But at the moment, you know, there ain't no lettuce juice around here. So moving on to the other reports. Adam Newson. He's speaking about Koundé and Dembele. No formal bid for Koundé yet and nothing done with Dembele. I know yesterday there were rumours going around it was a done deal with Dembele. I don't believe it's done at all. Now, not saying it won't be done, but this is a lot. I know it's a free transfer, but there's still a lot of negotiations that have to take place. I don't think it's been done in a matter of days. Otherwise, it would just be an official deal done. There's no transfer fee, but there is wages, there is a signing on fee, there is still work to be done. Dembele, for me, as I said on Twitter, is like a celebrations box in your grandma's cupboard, you know? And what I mean by that is that you will climb onto the counter with your little 5-year-old legs, you will open that cupboard, and you could break your neck and drop onto that tiled flooring, or you could even open that celebrations box and there will just be lettuce. I don't know what grandmas keep in their celebration boxes. Sometimes it's not sweets though, you know, rice, I don't know, whatever. I don't know why I said lettuce. Why would you keep lettuce in a box in a cupboard and not in the fridge? Anyway, very rarely will it be sweets. But if it is sweets, and if this brother does come correct with his not taking advantage of the NHS and actually just come serious, we could eat. We could be belly full, sweets. Do you know what I'm saying? Bounty, I know a lot of you won't like Bounty, unpopular opinion. I think Bounty is very, very nice. Mars, Snickers, whatever have you will, it's in the box. Unlock it, unpack it, unleash it on the Premier League. This player is one of those players that you just have to, take that risk. And that's exactly what Chelsea are going to do. Now, do I feel like we've got too many celebration grandma boxes in the cupboard in Pulisic and Ziyech? Yes. And at some point, just buy the goddamn sweets. Do you know what I'm saying? At least leave some on the counter where we can clearly see that they will be active. But there's a box, and we're going to open it, it would seem, I think there's a theory on that. What is it? There's a cat. Big Bang Theory. Schrodinger's cat. That's it. You remember that episode? Okay. So, Dembele's not done. In my opinion, I agree with Adam. It's not done. There's your dosage. I know it's not great news, but that's just how it goes. And Koundé, well, if we was to say, in relationship terms, that brother has been waiting outside, in the pouring rain, singing outside our window, playing the guitar, doing all sorts of madness to gain the interest of Chelsea FC. He even waited in the airport. Then he flew to the country. Also, guess who else flew to the country? Dembele's wife, it would seem, was also in London yesterday. So we've had both these French counterparts and their misses potentially in London recently. So they're just, as Lukaku did, they're just planting the seed. But it's not doubt. Hopefully. So let's see if this happens, and hopefully it does. It should happen soon. I hope and pray. But it's not done yet. There is no done deal on these two. But yeah. Wow, there's a lot of relationships going on. Trying to enter, trying to exit. Crazy. Hopefully this time though, we don't actually end up splashing on these ones. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the wages. Let's keep that down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody split your bills. I pay for one, you pay for one, I pay for cinema, you pay for dinner, Let's do that with these two players because I ain't really trying to go all out again. And bankruptcy nearly liquidated our club, Lukaku. I'm blaming you for that. And then you're going to leave us anyway. Anyway, I've waffled enough. Maybe projected a little bit. Make sure that you subscribe, smash up the icons. And like I said, All You Can Eat Chelsea actually will be out tomorrow because I know you're wondering where the hell that is, and that's coming out tomorrow. But also, we're not far from 25,000 subscribers. So if you like the analogies, subscribe, and not only will you get more, but you may even get some apple juice on All You Can Eat Chelsea. And I'm recording in the morning. So that is highly, highly messed up, but it will potentially still happen if we get 25 anyway. So yeah, smash up the icons and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.